Happy Marvelous March, fellow Marvel fans, and welcome back to my ongoing reviews of the Marvel Legends, Avengers Infinity War, Build-A-Figure Thanos series. And in this review, we're going to take a look at the classic Taskmaster. And I was really looking forward to this action figure. I'm a pretty big fan of this villain Taskmaster. A lot of people weren't happy that they were putting a Taskmaster in this series because a little over a year ago, we got this newer version of Taskmaster. However, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like I said, I like this villain. He's a villain across the Marvel Universe. He's dealt with a lot of different superheroes and superhero groups. So I think it's nice to get this classic version. And besides the Build-A-Figure piece, he comes with three really nice accessories. He comes with his shield, which is just like this previous shield, same mold. They've used this same mold on different Captain Americas as well. It has a hinge on the back, which you can snap this clip around the wrist or store it on his back with this peg. So both shields have it. Pretty similar with that T logo on there. It's a little wider, the overall inside of the T than this new than this old Taskmaster shield. So I like how that came out. And then we get a more classic looking broadsword, which he holds it pretty tight. No color variation besides the silver on the blade and the kind of bronze gold look of the handle. But a really nice accessory. And the last is stored on a holster on his right hip here. And it's the same gun that has come with some previous Marvel Legends. And it's just that flat kind of gold bronze look. A little more gold. And that fits real nice and snug in this holster, which that holster is a separate piece on his leg, so you can kind of slide it up and down here. If you push it further up, it can hide that cut right there at the upper thigh. And you could almost count this cape as a separate accessory as well, because if you pop off his head, you can take it off. And I really like the way it came out. It's nice, soft, pliable plastic. And this hood is attached to this head. Of course, the same color as the cape. And you can kind of tuck this front portion under the connecting piece of the cape. And I really love the way this head sculpt came out. It is the same hood piece that came with the alternate head for the previous Taskmaster. As you can see, of course, a totally new sculpt. That skull came out great. Looks really good. And the overall body mold's really nice. It uses a lot of the same pieces as this Taskmaster. That chest mold in the upper portions of the arm. Lower portions are different, but they are used from figures used in the past as well as the legs. We've seen these boots a lot in the past. And his utility belt came out real nice. That T for Taskmaster came out great on the center. Nice clean paint apps. Boots are a nice clean white. I really like the way he came out overall. And his articulation is really good. However, you're going to have some restriction from the hood and the cape with the head and arms. But the head is on a ball joint and hinge, which will get full rotation. And look this far down and this far back, which you can surprisingly look all the way down to his chin with the way this hood is. Of course, that looks kind of stupid there, but he can do it because it's pliable. And he does have a ball joint and hinge at the shoulders, which will go up to 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. So it's really not hindered too bad from that cape. And a swivel on the upper bicep, which will get full rotation. Double jointed elbows, which will go all the way up, back straight. He does have a hinge and peg here at the wrist, which will go that far down, that far up, and rotate all the way around. And this piece for his glove is a separate piece, so you can kind of move it around to where you want it as well. So that's nice. And the ab crunch goes pretty good ways forward, but it's not going to hold back as far as it'll go because of that cape. And he does have a cut here at the waist, which you can get full rotation, but be mindful of that belt. And his legs will kick this far out, kick this far up to 90 degrees, and back this far. He does have a cut at the upper thigh here, which will get full rotation. And like I said, you can move these pieces to kind of hide that as well. And he has double jointed knees, which will go that far up and back straight. A cut at the upper portion of the boot, which is hidden real nice. And on the feet he has that hinge and peg, which will go that far up, that far back, and get that ankle pivot. So a very good Taskmaster figure. If you're a fan of this character, I give this a high recommendation. Definitely pick him up. So, alright everyone, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the final review coming up tomorrow. It will be Marvel Songbird. So I'll see you then.